Hey, it's Brian here from quantlabs.net. Just wanted to just introduce you to something I've been working on for the last while, year plus, let's say. In this next 14-15 minute video, I go through a complete end-to-end demo of using interactive brokers, real-time data, well, supposedly simulated data, capturing it, and it's all tick data, running it through an algorithm generated from within MATLAB, and then generating a response to initiate either a buy or sell signal, and then execute that trade through interactive brokers TWS or trader workstation. So in a nutshell, everything's end to end. I can use IQ feed as a data source for the same sort of thing for tick data, minute data, doesn't matter. And now I can also do the same thing with interactive brokers now as well. Everything here that I'm showing you is running against an algorithm, and that algorithm can run within this process, can run and it would be with any language that's compatible with either C#, C++, MATLAB, yes, even Python to a certain level as long as it's compliant with Iron Python, and R as well. So let me introduce this video for you. It's a complete end-to-end walkthrough of the whole thing. And let me know if you got any comments or questions. Talk to you later. Hey, it's Brian here from quantlabs.net. Okay, I'm going to show you a video here. I've already put up about 3 videos of this for my quantlabs.net premium members. So hopefully they've been caught up to where I'm at. I'm just going to give a quick synopsis on what I'm doing here. What I've done is I've got an algorithm, mean reversion, in MATLAB. I'm going to create a DLL out of that, or basically a .NET assembly. I'm going to drop it into my so-called trading platform or trading system, and that little trading system will be able to use this mean reversion algorithm, and then as the ticks come in, be able to make a judgment call if it's going to make a trading decision, and at the same time, if there is a sell or a buy signal, it will do either or. Now, the actual C# side is very, very, very primitive. I kept it very primitive just for demoing purposes, but you can make it as sophisticated as you want due to the fact that obviously you have full source code here. So here's the MATLAB function that I'm working with, the mean reversion one. This is MATLAB 2013A. This function came from a webinar put on by MathWorks, which I just snagged the mean reversion algorithm, and I'm going to assume it works. What the key here is in this is the output parameters. So here's the signal, or the call it time series, or the rolling window of data of basically your tick prices, and it's going to return the reversion, the mean, and the volatility. Okay, so that's what's going to happen in the algorithm, and what we can do here in the .NET assembly is, as I said, using Builder Any Toolbox, be able to generate a DLL from that. I'm not going to do that, but for those that question, you create this little project file, and it will create a DLL. Right here, the mean reversion DLL. Okay, so that's the MATLAB side to enable that. So now, when I come in here, I've got a wrapper that can do 2 things. Basically, call that DLL from MATLAB, as well as there's another DLL which handles a library for the TWS calls, because originally I've shown this C# strategy or trading strategy will call and retrieve data from IQ feed, but in this case I'm actually doing simulated market data from IB, interactive brokers, because I want to have both, because eventually when I do live trading, you're going to need to have your data and your execution vendor the same, or your broker. So that's obviously going to be new interactive broker. So I decided to write that myself, and I've got a bunch of functions in C++, which is another DLL, which will call through a library to access all the info from the Interactive Brokers TWS. So this is it, the TWS, obviously. This is running, but again, this is demo mode, okay? Now, there's a couple of caveats we need to be aware of here. First, the data coming in from TWS or Interactive Brokers is utter rubbish. It's crap. You can't do any algorithms off it. It's that bad. So what I did was, I know it works. I'm going to show you it'll work at the end. But right now, what I'm doing is, I'm not going to go through the code because, hey, I don't want to show you the code. But I am fudging the data. So essentially, I'm just doing a random generator of a pricing between 175 and 185. So let me run it. You can tell this is the entire strategy. It's just under 200 lines. That includes all the logic of calling, retrieving real-time data from Interactive Brokers and doing all the execution, as well as the actual algorithm of that MATLAB function I showed you, which is, where is it? Right here. So it's going to call the mean reversion function, this little guy right here. Okay, so let's run it. And typically what will happen is, because I'm using 50 as equivalent of my rolling linear or look back for proper analysis, I kept it very small just for, again, demoing purposes. You probably want to keep it 250, maybe 1,000, so you can properly calculate your averages and your all your other signals. But here, you can see the problem of the data. Like, this is the data coming in from Interactive Brokers. It's just crap. 1460, price of 49,000, another 50,000 is at 500,000. So it throws off the calculations. -1 price. It's just it's utter rubbish. You can't do anything with it. So I'm now going to fudge the code. Oh boy. So I'm going to fudge the code here to properly just generate between 175 and 180. Okay, so I'm just going to do that. Actually, no, it's already done. So let me just rerun just for displaying. But you can see the actual pricing is just crap. This is simulating, again, Interactive Brokers. It's just 0, 0, and then it'll suddenly jump up to, I don't know, 500,000 or 49,000. But here I put the little counter in. It doesn't do anything until it reaches that 50, where it will start analyzing the data or the time series of those prices. And then it will start doing a mean reversion calculation as each tick comes in. And that's how I've developed it. Very simple stuff, but because you have source code, you can obviously do it any which way you want. So what's going to happen is, it's now going to hit the 50 here on the counter. That's going to start issuing the calls to, or signals to buy or sell. So here they go. So there's a first one, and let me show you the Interactive Brokers. So it's sell, 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 buy, 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 just stuff like that. But the point of it is that we now have the ability for a program to, as I said, I've shown this before, to retrieve data, to basically, basically to retrieve data from the markets, do a calculation. In this case, it's using MATLAB, Net Builder MATLAB Builder NE. On top of that, you can use those functions from within MATLAB 100% and be able to use them with the algorithm. It's fast enough to be able to keep up with the ticks. I'm pretty, I've proven it to myself, but depending upon the MATLAB code, if it slows it down, the ticks it won't be able to keep up with the ticks as they come in, because you can have up to, I've seen up to 300 ticks per second on certain assets. So that's a very powerful option in terms of calculating algorithms. Obviously, I can do it in C# itself. I can do it in C++ because it is .NET. It is compatible with C++. On top of that, because Microsoft has the implementation for IronPython, I can somewhat do Python as long as that Python script is compliant within the IronPython world. I now can do, I guess, from what I understand, very close to 100% Python. On top of that, So there's those three languages: C#, C++, MATLAB, and now Python. Plus, I can do analytics or run algorithms or whatever in R as well. Now, R is really slow in connecting to an R session from within C#, so it won't be able to keep up. I know that as a fact. But for monitoring purposes, I could still use R scripts if I wanted to. So you can see you got like 5 or 6 options of languages for your algorithms, and being able to bridge them, being able to have them keep up with the ticks, and being able to execute those signals from those algorithms, and being able to execute trades. So this is a very important endeavor. On top of that, I still have the ability now to archive that data and do further complex event processing from that data. I obviously can chart the data. I can set up new systems to monitor those trades, those positions, and be able to monitor how they're doing, all the charting, visualization, and I can do that through Excel, or if I decide I can write other MATLAB functions and then co-generate them and have them as self-contained exe programs for Windows. So as time progresses, I can do all these sort of things, and I'm now putting together this workshop and showing how to do all this. This technology is very powerful because there's no black box. It's 100% source code. It's 100% scalable. You have a lot of options on the programming language side for your algorithms and strategies. You can retrieve your real-time analytics or your real-time data for both IQ feed and now interactive brokers. You can obviously have shown how to execute your trades through interactive brokers. So it's pretty well an end-to-end system, and it's very powerful. So again, I'm going to be starting a workshop on a whole enchilada, and I'm not even showing you coming from the world of MATLAB, where you can do your algorithms and your strategies and your models visually from Simulink. I mean, that's another world I could get into. So again, technically, this is, in my mind, the best solution to build trading platforms with, and having really powerful ideas. I've just proven it that with the Builder NE toolbox from MATLAB, you can now develop your own algorithms and strategies and models from within the world of MATLAB, which are 100% compatible with all those functions in MATLAB, including your own custom ones. And not only that, but these lines here, where is it? Okay, where's that line I want to show you? This line right here is the call to the MATLAB function. One of the powerful things with MATLAB, you can now take that function and you can parallelize it using the ecosystem of MATLAB. So you could actually parallelize that code if you want. So there's a lot of options here, and I don't know what more I can provide to convince people that this is a great way to do automated trading. Again, 100% your code every step of the way, and it's pretty quick using all the popular providers, IQ Feed and interactive brokers. Now, here's the thing. This is going to be a workshop that's live for my members. Anyone can get in on it over the period of when it runs. If it's 4 to 6 weeks, I don't know how long. I still got to do the itinerary. On top of that, it's very, very, very cheap. Once I come away and repackage this course and this whole thing is going to be worth probably thousands of dollars, and I'm going to put that up on my academy for thousands of dollars. So there's two big advantages right now for people to get in. Is one, you get live engagement for your Q&A with me during this workshop, because I'm not going to do this again. Number two is it's the most affordable that you're ever going to get. You're not going to be paying thousands and thousands of dollars. There's a couple of advantages here. If you choose to do .NET, which obviously that's what I'm doing, you can use Visual Studio Express, which is free. If you choose to use SQL Server Express, that's free. The only limitation there is that you cannot hold more than 10 gigs of data. Now, if you're doing intraday trading, I highly doubt you'll reach 10 gigs of data. On top of that, a lot of people say they can't afford MATLAB, and I say no worries, because now I'll be able to build components that are self-contained MATLAB executables for Windows, and be able to run those as independent applications, and you get those for free as part of the membership. And there's going to be a whole whack load I'm going to be most likely developing. I don't know what yet, but I can deploy those and distribute those royalty free for all my members. So that's where we stand. Here's the demo, and again, as I said, it's using something, the mean reversion. So enough of a spiel. I'll let you decide. I've got a link on where to go to sign up for the workshop, blah 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 blah, and it's up to you. And now's the time, I would say. Have a good day.